بِشِمَالِهِ. And as for the one, whoever he was, handed his book in his left, فَيَقُول, then he says, يَا لَيْتَنِي لَمْ أُوتَ كِتَابِيَهْ. Oh, come on. No. If only I wasn't given this my book. Please don't hand it to me. Please don't hand it to me. Why do I have this book in my hand? This guy is regretting getting his book in his... we're not even talking about punishment yet. We're not talking about punishment. We're just talking about getting the book in his possession. I wish I wasn't given this book. وَلَمْ أَدْرِ مَا حِسَابِيَهْ. I wish I never knew. I had no clue what account I'm going to have. Because now he has some clue what's coming. يَا لَيْتَهَا كَانَتِ الْقَاضِيَةِ. Oh, if only the death itself, al-mawtat al-ula, the first death, if only that was the end of it all. I wish that I died and never came back to life. Al-qadiyah is done. You know the word qada alayhi is used when Musa alayhi salam, when he punched a guy, qada alayhi, his case was done. Ya laytaha kanat al-qadiyah, if only it was the end of the story. I wish there was no resurrection. Ma aghna anni maliyah. This ma could be nafiya, and it could be ma ta'ajjub. I'll explain both ways. My wealth, maliyah. This again, the ha is extra. My wealth did nothing for me here. Gave me no benefits here. I can't pay any fines and get out of the ticket. I can't pay off any guards in hellfire and get out. None of my wealth came to any aid of me. And the other ma could be, what good was my wealth? How did it benefit me? Halaka anni sultaniya. My great authority. So this person is not just wealthy, he's powerful. All the power I had, all the status I had, has been ripped away from me. And I want to explain to you that actually the verb expected in this ayah was ذَهَبَ عَنِّي سُلْطَانِيَا. My authority has been removed from me. ذَهَبَ عَنِّي. But Allah uses the word هَلَكَ عَنِّي. It's not just removed, it's killed, it's taken, it's torn away. None of it is left. Something that's removed can be recovered. Something that's halak can't be recovered. خُذُوهُ فَغُلُّوهُ. Take a hold of him. Grab him. And chain him up. غُلُّوهُ. Put a lock on his neck. Put those fetters on his neck. You know, back in the day, if you've seen any images or heard stories about how slaves were kept, with those collars around their neck. غُلُّوهُ. You know, they say غَلَّ فُلَانٌ أو غُلَّ فُلَانٌ فِي كَذَا. يعني دَخَلَ فِيهِ وَأَدْخَلَهُ مِنْهُ وَالْغَلْ هُوَ الْقَيْدِ. Put him in the prison. Ghal also means qaid, prison. And he's thrown inside. ثُمَّ الْجَحِيمَ. Then after that, into Jahim, the roaring fire. صَلُّوهُ. Throw him in. ثُمَّ فِي سِلْسِلَةٍ. Then after he's thrown in, he's got this fetter on his neck, this collar on his neck. Put a chain on it. ذَرْعُهَا سَبْعُونَ ذِرَاعًا. Whose links are 70 links long. He's been thrown from above. So where's the chain coming from? From above. And he's hanging by this chain in the fire. فَاسْلُكُوهُ. Then keep him tied and keep him connected. إِنَّهُ كَانَ لَا يُؤْمِنُ بِاللَّهِ الْعَظِيمِ. He was the one who didn't believe in the great Allah. Allah al-Azim. The great God, the great Allah. وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ. And didn't encourage even feeding of the poor. Forget feeding the poor himself. He never even encouraged anybody else to do it. Didn't even incline anybody else to do it. You see, already we learned that he was a person of wealth and power. That's already been suggested. So what does that mean? People in wealth and power, both of those things come with responsibility. On the one hand, you're supposed to have even more iman than other people, because Allah has given you more than other people. You should be more grateful than other people. But you're so obsessed with your own greatness. What about Allahul Azim? On the other hand, because Allah has given you more, you should be giving more. You should be taking care of those who can't help themselves. Al-Miskin. Forget giving, you didn't even encourage giving. I've talked about this before. What does لَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينَ suggest? As a social phenomenon, you don't want to encourage other people to give, because when you encourage other people to give, the question will rise among the people, what have you given? What have you given? And then if the finger points at you, then we're like, oh yeah, I don't want to give. So let me not talk about it. So we'll have a gentleman's agreement. I won't speak about this, and so you don't ask me, and I won't ask you. And why would he be the one speaking about it? Because he has wealth and power, so obviously he's a public figure. He's obviously in a position where people recognize that he should be talking about this. He should be the one taking the lead on this. وَلَا يَحُضُّ عَلَى طَعَامِ الْمِسْكِينِ فَلَيْسَ لَهُ الْيَوْمِ. And by the way, when rich people and powerful people don't help the poor, do they have any friends in the world? Do people love them? Do the masses of people love the rich and wealthy, that don't help anybody? They don't have sympathizers. When they lose their wealth, people aren't like, oh, poor millionaires, only now 1,000-aire. They don't do that. They don't feel bad for them. Allah says, فَلَيْسَ لَهُ الْيَوْمَ هَاهُنَا حَمِيمٌ. There's nobody out here today. For him over here, there's nobody that's a close friend to him. لَيْسَ لَهُ الْيَوْمَ هَاهُنَا حَمِيمٌ وَلَا طَعَامٌ إِلَّا مِنْ غِسْلِينَ. And there's no food for him either, except ghislin. What's ghasala? Ghasala is to wash. Anybody here ever do the dishes? If you do the dishes, and there's a lot of them, and you don't, you put that thing in the sink, so that the stuff doesn't go into the sink and clog the sink. And when you're done doing not the dishwasher, I'm talking about the dishes. When you do the dishes, then you're all done, you remove the dishes, and what's left at the bottom? That gunk that you look at and go, bleh, that gunk, that's ghislin. Ghislin is the leftover after washing. Either food or clothes, the dirty water left after clothes are washed. So, mother's cleaning the filthy clothes of her children, and the dirty water's going into a bucket, that's ghislin. The leftovers from the wash, that's his food. وَلَا طَعَامٌ إِلَّا مِنْ غِسْلِينَ لَا يَأْكُلُهُ إِلَّا الْخَاطِئُونَ. Nobody's going to be eating this except people that made the people of grave mistakes. خَاطِئُون, the mistake makers. فَلَا أُقْسِمُ بِمَا تُبْصِرُونَ.